cold and rainy day, and of course not a good day to ride. So today we're going to talk about how crazy it is that this is the year 2020 that I ended up getting the bike of my dreams. So out of the rain and back of my truck for another video. Back to January of this year, how we started off. My son was moving out of state, follow his career, and taking his dirt bike with him. Dirt bike that I never had an opportunity to ride. That is until he brought it home, preparing to take it to his next destination, and he said, "Dad, go ahead, take it for a ride." Of course, I jumped on the chance. Not being on a bike for a while, and of course not a dirt bike, I wasn't long before I caught a front tire, dropped the bike, and believe it or not, broke 8 ribs. 8 ribs in January I broke. So of course I spent the next 3 months healing, laying on the couch, getting fat, putting a ton of weight back on. But then of course came COVID-19, and with that came COVID-25. Put about 25 pounds on. Not right away, it took a little while, but about 3 months later, I got a phone call. My son had fallen off the bike. While my accident was a very freak accident at about 5 miles an hour, and I don't know how it happened, but I just went down so fast and hit a stump, broke 8 ribs. My son, a little bit more high-speed crash, broke 7 ribs, his clavicle, his scapula, punctured a lung, and exploded his spleen. Immediately I flew out of state to see my son, and I wasn't allowed in the hospital because of the virus. And he stayed in the hospital for about 2.5 weeks in intensive care without any visitors. You could call him and talk to him, but wasn't allowed in. So I stayed with him for a while and nursed him back. But so now I'm at about 5 months of not going to the gym, couldn't move, eating like crazy again, putting on a whole bunch of pounds. Eventually I got home, and although I was starting to feel better and my son still had a little bit of healing to go, I couldn't go to the gym. Gyms were all closed because of COVID-19, and just continued to put some more weight on. Couldn't do a lot. Was still healing myself, but was feeling pretty good. More worried about my son at this time. 2 of us crashing on the same bike, 4 months apart, 15 broken ribs combined, plus a couple of other things. Remarkably, with those 2 accidents and 15 broken ribs and some other damage, the bike sustained minimal damage and was ready to ride again. Of course, it's still sitting in the garage since that day. So now 2020, if it was to be a boat, it would be probably called the Titanic. That's how disastrous this year started. And continues with the virus still being an issue. But eventually, spent a little time camping this summer. Enjoyed that. Enjoyed a little time fishing. Had a great time with that. And before you know it, all of a sudden, a 2008 Harley Davidson Ultra Classic wound up in my lap. I had to jump on it. The deal was what I've been looking for a long time. Very happy that I finally bought it, and now I'm learning how to ride again. So again, when I got the bike, due to the virus, getting it registered was almost impossible through motor vehicle. Everything's been held up. So I did a lot of video watching. Jerry Palladino, Ryan Erlacher, Kevin Morris. I've told you about those sites, great sites, Ride Like a Pro, Law Abiding Biker, and MC Rider. Great YouTube videos, you need to follow them. I watch them every day and continue to learn. I took the Basic Rider Course Level 2, which you do on your own bike, and practice daily, unless it's raining. I'm practicing that bike and taking my turns and U-turns and left turns and right turns. But as you can understand, after falling on a bike a couple of months earlier, breaking 8 ribs, and then my son following right in my footsteps, the first time I got on that bike, a little nervous. Now I've put about 800 miles on the bike. I went into my first parkour run with a whole bunch of other bikes, had a great day. Driving all around South Jersey, the Pine Barrens area is pretty close to where I live. I live right on the edge of the Pine Barrens. A lot of back roads, a lot of great rides. Get down to the Sweetwater Casino, which is rebuilt for lunch, but very biker friendly. Good place to go for lunch if you ever get a chance, down in Hamilton, Sweetwater section of Hamilton. And amazing what they've done to the place after it burnt down. So I hope you like these videos. I hope you follow along with me. I hope you check on all my experiences. Again, beginner rider, long-time riders, I'm looking for all the help you can give me. Beginner riders, I want you to understand that even falling and breaking 8 ribs, I'm back on the bike. I'm back to riding. And don't be afraid of jumping on it. And don't be afraid of taking a class. Watch all the videos you need to watch. Enjoy them. They're a lot of fun. It's a great experience being on a bike, being out in the open air, and sharing that with all of you. If you like these videos, please hit subscribe, like, and the bell. And follow me for some more videos. Thank you. Have a great day.